I want to go to Bohemian Grove. I want to talk to the giant owl.
So Kyle Barker and I have been rehearsing for the funeral show, we'll call it, the death of the Undertaker, and I actually got to hang out with him and have some beers after rehearsal, and this is what transpired.
Hey, the Lord's coming. Hey.
We're gonna scout off. See.
That is awesome.
That's on most all these bigger ones now.
So we're sitting here in the backyard of your beautiful palace.
Yeah.
Train. That's the largest model train that's available. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, the Garden Railroad.
Yeah.
Yeah. G-scale. Find them in ice cream shops.
Going around the roof though. This is at eye level. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it's about 30 inches. So I did a lot of research. And the big trick is when you get older than me, being able to get down. Getting down's easy. It's getting back up that's tough. So by having it this way, I can work on it for a long time, and it makes it much more visual.
Yeah.
So the downside is and it's 1 inch to 29 inches. So that's like 60 feet fall. And for real, it's a long way.
It's still death.
Yeah.
It's still, you're still gonna get maimed. So we were talking just a minute ago. I don't know. Did you want to talk about the finality of the Kyle Barker band?
Oh, yeah. It's time to move on, Jay.
Yeah,
It's just that simple. After 40, and I can mention names. Penny White. Did you know Penny?
I didn't know her.
She,
No.
For 32 years, we had the same exact members. Actually, the three guys for over 35 years. So Penny died of cancer, and I've been trying to, but it's over. It's the end of an era, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
We were somebody in 1980 covering Cyndi Lauper and Boy George, and playing. And one thing I mentioned to you is all my songs that were on the playlist then are on the do not playlist now.
Right.
You can't play the Hokey Pokey anymore. You can't play the Chicken Dance. You can't play Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
Now you can't by law, or you can't by Bridezilla's.
Bridezilla.
Okay.
Right? That's a good term. Yeah. It's changed. It's totally changed. So yeah, and I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do get to play. My next gig is coming up Saturday. It's a 90th birthday party.
Nice.
And the great thing about it is I don't have to practice.
Yeah, it's all songs that you know.
Yeah. In fact, I'm expecting.
I mean, you knew him growing up because they were already 20 years old whenever you were listening to them.
90 years old. That's a good way to figure out what was happening like in 1930. Or
Prohibition.
1940. Yeah. I can do Minnie the Moocher.
Oh yeah.
And what was that one? The Sheik of Araby. Have you ever heard that?
No. Maybe.
Without no pants on? Okay. I'll sing this. Now, I learned this from a guy in World War II guy. I was playing piano bar. And your line is, without no pants on. Okay. You ready? I'm the Sheik.
Without no pants.
Oh, no, not yet. I'll tell you
okay.
I'm the Sheik of Araby.
Without no pants on.
Your love belongs to me.
Without no pants on.
At night, while you are sleeping.
Without no pants on.
Into your tent I'll go creeping.
Without no pants on.
The stars that shine up above.
Without no pants on.
We'll light our way to love.
Without no pants on.
You'll rule this land with me.
Without no pants on.
The Sheik of Araby.
Without no pants on.
Now you can Google that. I mean,
Okay.
it's a legit song.
Now that's not on a do not play list.
Well,
that'd be a hard one. That would be a fun one to do at a wedding.
I never did that at a wedding. No, I've never done it at a wedding. Done it at a few bars and stuff. But boy, that's
So
really...
you do a lot of Italian weddings. Did you ever do old what is it, Joe's Hideout, or what's that? That
I always get it wrong.
it's something Hideaway, right?
Yeah, that's a tango.
Tango, yeah. But I just figured that would be Hernando's Hideaway, right?
Hernando's. Yeah, I didn't sing it. Penny sang it.
Yeah, yeah. So that was one of your songs.
We played the Carousel Dance Club.
Okay.
And they're really big in tangos and waltzes. So, and there again, no competition. In fact, if the Downey has a really good alumni dance band, but they didn't do Latin stuff. So we did cha-chas and tangos and rumbas and beguines.
Now, was that Rachichi that was with the tango band that out of Downey?
No. Our band, Kyle Barker band, played all of that. But those keyboards, I know the tempo. In fact, the only time I ever got reprimanded is a guy came up to me and said, "Mr. Barker, you really need to change the tempo on your tango because it's too slow." I said, "Well,
you were doing romantic tangos?
You're 76 years old. I thought I was doing you a favor." No.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, I would guess, like especially for like my parents, they do like a Cajun swing.
Oh, that's fun.
And now that my mom's got 2 replacement knees, they can do it again. But they're like, that's pretty fast stuff. That pop, 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 pop. It's almost like the chicken dance.
Ever do the hall over there? What's with the springs in the dance floor? That's
no.
The Eagles Hall.
I did not know. Somebody said something about that, but I didn't know that was a real thing.
Literally, the springs in the dance floor.
Holy cow!
So everybody gets to bouncing like you're off the floor.
Yeah.
And it's good, easy on the knees.
Huh.
And the blues box plays over.
That's upstairs, right?
No, it's ground level. It's about 100
I'm
yards.
thinking Moose Lodge.
No, this is the
where's the
Eagles Hall.
Where's that at?
It's on Yosemite and a block south of La Loma. Whatever it is over there.
Okay, I know that hall over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
I did not know they had springs in the floor. That's really
It used
cool.
to be a speakeasy, and it was the Cote d'Oro.
Oh, the Portuguese Hall. That's what I'm thinking.
No, the Portuguese Hall on 6th Street.
What's the one that they say there was a crawl tunnel?
That was the Eagles.
That's the Eagles.
And
okay.
It went over to a restaurant.
I thought that was the Portuguese Hall.
Portuguese Hall's on 6th Street.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, got a great story about the Portuguese Hall. So, 20 years ago, we were providing all the pianos for Dave Brubeck.
Okay.
And I had occasion the Dave Brubeck Institute. Yamaha was who we are. So we had 3 or 4 grand pianos, and we ended up providing the drum set and the bass amp for the Dave. Well, I went up there and met Dave Brubeck on Friday. And even though he's 15 years older than I am, I was the closest one to his age. I tried to give him some space because he's a big, famous guy. But he kept coming to, and so I saw him again on Monday and again on Tuesday. So, and everybody else is 18 or 19, and they're playing his music, and they're geniuses from back east. So he said, "Hey, Barker," he says, is the Portuguese Hall, the California Ballroom, it's called, on 6th Street. He says,
okay.
Is that still there? I go, yeah, it's still there. He said, I played there in 1941. 1941, Dave Brubeck played in Modesto. He's from Ione, Jackson. That's where he's from. And he said, how about the Chuck Wagon there at 5 Points on it? I said, no, Dave, that's a parking lot now. He goes, well, 1 out of 2 is not bad. So he was very appreciative that I
Chuck Wagon.
You don't remember that, do you?
At 5 Points where Denny's?
Well, it's across the street. It's where the parking lot is now. Next to a Jack in the Box.
Oh, okay. The Damrell Building parking lot.
Yeah, the Damrell Building parking lot.
Okay.
That was called the Chuck Wagon, and Dave Brubeck played there in 1941.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think like my generation's equivalent is going to be like the Fat Cat. It was a Dungeons and Dragons hall, and then it turned into the Fat Cat, and I really thought that was going to be their whole motif at first was like an old jazz, like a Satchmo blues kind of look. And their comedy shows, they would have that sexy saxophone guy playing at the beginning. And I had that dude play with me. He was out of Stockton, and he came in whenever I was doing Speakeasy Mondays.
Single guy, he had using backing tracks.
No, yeah, but
Sometimes.
whenever he was doing, he was just doing single.
Very good.
But I had this recording of him playing. It was "Let's Stay Together," and I had DJ Chopsticks, the DJ from Moonshine Bandits, playing a beat over the top of it, and I'm singing to it, and he's playing saxophone, kind of doing my backups, and I had this gal in L.A. hearing it, and it's not in the key of the actual song. Like, I'm not singing in the key of Green, and he's not playing in the key. You know what I mean? We're doing our own thing, but we're playing around with the song. And this girl's like, "This is horrible. This is horrible." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe it is, but I like it." It was sometimes I don't think
You gotta try.
Yeah. So what do you think your worst gig ever in all your years of playing, all 15 years of it?
I don't know. I've always tried to. I think one of the, there again, things change. And we played the California Dairy Association for years, and we knew all Hank Williams Sr. stuff, and all the Charlie Pride, Charlie Rich, and all the stuff for every dairyman at the time, back 20 years, it was over 65 years old.
Yeah.
And then one year we came, and there's 250, and it's every dairyman's son, and they're all 24 years old.
And they want to hear
Toby Keith.
Travis Tritt, Toby Keith.
Yeah.
Watermelon Crawl. Y'all know how to play Watermelon Crawl? No, man, I play your grandpa's music.
Yeah. And we were just one day too late, and all those years I've very seldom been out of my element.
Yeah.
And I was embarrassed. I felt like I let the crowd down. It is what it is.
But you know what? You didn't
shake hands, slap them on the back, and say, "Hey, I'm glad."
Yeah.
And they knew who I was.
Right.
And I knew who they were, and I knew their parents. And it's a small community. And of course, I knew all that.
But man, you know what? I feel like if all you to do is sing, go into like some old, "You Don't Have to Call Me by My Name," and that would pull them back in. Something that they got drunk when they were growing up. Singing.
The newest song I knew was "I Got Friends in Low Places." So,
well, and that you play that now, you're gold.
It still works.
Yeah.
It still works now.
Yeah.
But Garth, for a way, it came back. It's strong. Yeah. But you can't make a gig with one song.
No, for sure. It's hard to stretch.
That's like
it's a hard stretch.
Hey, any Jimmy Buffett songs? I don't know, Margarita. Oh, Margarita, cool, you're great.
Yeah.
Hey, any Neil Diamond songs? Yeah, I do. Sweet Caroline. Oh, you're the best. Yeah.
But what's weird to me? I mean, I've been less of a. I mean, I've had to sing these songs because I was kind of like a human jukebox in some of my gigs. But just even as a DJ, I'm sick of hearing them. And people will be like, "I want to hear the YMCA."
Like Pride Mary? Brown-Eyed Girl? You mean
Brown-Eyed Girl. Brown-Eyed Girl is one that I hate singing.
Like we say in the band, just put on the back.
But, if I walk up and, you or Johnny and Kelly is
put it on
playing
the back of a 50.
I'll jump in. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, that version of Hello, Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
That's one that never has gotten old to me, and I've been singing that one for at least 15 years. And if somebody requests that, I'm like, yeah. That's because I feel like I can swag it out. I can really play it up. Whereas then you got the dump truck brains. They're like, "Hey, play Friends in Low Places," and it's like, oh God, shoot me.
I played that. Last time I played that was 3 or 4 years ago. I tried to do a bar gig. When I say I tried, I was out of my element again.
Yeah.
And it was on St. Patrick's Day, and I'd already played 4 or 5 hours on it. at Gervasoni. So then I got to go to another one. And so, I know what.
Are you doing Gervasoni's now?
No,
that they've
no, they're not going to have music anymore.
Yeah.
But
there goes the whole.
Their lamb shank's still good, but.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I tell you what happened was the guy who booked Johnny and Kelly were booked twice. So you fill in so in, and I did Friends in Low Places. And what I was surprised is they knew all of the words, not just the chorus, but the verse and everything. You're right.
Yeah.
So there you sit, watching the baseball game, drinking
Grab you
beer.
another?
Yeah, drinking beer and playing Friends in Low Places.
You mind if I grab another?
Please. That's great.
I would say like I've had a lot of close calls. I did a barn party for the King family out in Turlock. I didn't know who they were, but they kept telling me all night, "I'm a king. You know who I am? I'm a king." And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're telling me.
You know, Jay, you asked me what is the worst gig. You know, it's really, really hard to remember bad things. And if you ask me some of the best gigs I ever had, you'd almost you can hardly imagine some really, really great.
Well, that is my next question. So what I mean, can you
I play, you know what?
put one at the top?
What's the guy's name that wrote All Lang Syne? The Scottish guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they have a holiday. There's a holiday, and it's not
New Year's.
Not St. Patrick's. It's what's that guy?
I thought Old Lang Syne was a New Year's thing.
It is New Year's.
But you said there's a holiday for that song, or
No, yeah. Let's see. I'll have to Google it because I'm tired now.
Kyle Barker is Googling Old Lang Syne.
Yeah, who wrote? Watch this. You'll see. Who wrote All Lang Syne? All In Syne. Well, that was close.
Bill Nye.
I can't pronounce it. I don't know. Angsyne. How do you spell it?
It's A-N-G. I know.
I don't think so.
I thought it was O-L-E. Old Lang Syne.
No wonder.
A-N-G.
I hope you edit this thing, huh?
No. That's the best part. Because there's somebody listening to this right now that's yelling, "It's Old Lang Syne!" Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
AULDLANG SYNE. All Lang Syne is a Scottish poet. Robert Burns.
Okay.
Scottish, if you're Scottish. Now, the significance is, may all acquaintance be forgotten. We know it, right?
Right.
It's the
What
only,
it means.
It's the only song worldwide. You could go to China or Africa,
And they still
South
sing this
America.
in their language.
It's the only worldwide song. And anyway, it's claimed that's his, and his name is Robert Burns, or as the Scots like to call him, Bobby.
Okay.
And
Bobby Burns.
Bobby Burns. Aye. You know, Bobby. That song's about a guy riding around on a horse, getting drunk, falling off the horse, and going to another bar, and he had a lot of children.
Oh, and that's what that is?
Yes. All right. It's about a 15, 20, and I'm not going to name who it is.
Yeah.
But I had the pleasure and the opportunity to play for these people in Merced County that own a couple of dairies and a few acres of land. And half was Anglo and Scottish, and the other half were Mexican descendants. And of course, everybody knows Sabora Me is my favorite song.
Okay.
And I can play Sabora. In fact, I got it on YouTube. Me and Carlos Martinez doing Sabora Me. Okay, so I got the gig. It's a Christmas gig, and we sing Feliz Navidad, jingle bells, Sabora Me. And the guy that puts it, and it's called Hagstrom or Hag. It's Scottish, and they go all the way. Everyone's dressed in kilts. You can spend $1,000, $2,000 for a kilt. And they sing,
Not that cultural.
"Oh, Danny boy,
Yeah,
the pipes are calling."
What was it? I
Anyway.
think it was Danny Boy. I sang in L.A. to this Scotsman or Irishman, and he
I
cried. I made him cry, man. But I nailed it because I really went for it.
Verse 2, when you're down in your grave underneath, looking up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm waiting for you, Danny. It makes me. I get kind of choked. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I had this. I did 2 or 3 years in a row. I had a couple of Christmas Decembers where I had like 15 to 20 gigs. At hospitals and banks back when. Actually, I got a lot of gigs because they needed the sound system.
Yeah.
So okay,
those
here's you can get the sound system for $1, and
I'm $159.
and it's $2. It's $2 if I bring it out to you, and it's $3 if I pick it up. Well, as long as I'm there, and you're going to pay me $6, I might as well sing in between. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. Since there's no place to go, give me,
Do some blow, let it snow in your nose.
Oh, yeah.
I got one of those. Yeah. I got a Christmas album.
No one of
Because to me, that was like...
That's why you didn't get asked back.
Yeah, no. One of the things that I always wanted to do was seasonal, like holiday albums. Because to me, like, who was it? Is it Neil Diamond? There's somebody that put out like a new Christmas album like every year
Recently.
for like 5 years to 10 years. I'm trying to think of who it was. I want to maybe it was Frank.
I don't think anybody listens to that. I think
But like you don't have
over.
to. You put it out once and it'll come back every year. It's that album that keeps having a resurgence opportunity.
Christmas. As far as I know, it's over. We had a gig with the Kyle Barker band. We played. In fact, that's a great story. 20 years in a row, we played at the Venetian at the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco. So, and we stopped playing about 6 or 7 years ago. So 26 years ago, this guy hears us at a big food thing in Modesto. And he said, "Hey, I like your music. We want you to play at the Venetian at the Fairmont. What do you think?" I go, "Hello. Sure, we'll play that." So it says the first Friday of December for luncheon. There's about 200 will be in the Venetian room. Even back then, 30 years ago, the Venetian room had become a banquet hall.
Yeah.
The Smothers Brothers and Frank Sinatra and all those guys were gone, and it wasn't happening, but it was a banquet hall. So we got the gig. We played basically 2.5 hours of Let It Snow.
That's awesome.
And at the end of the gig, they roll out a cart that's probably, it looked like a big giant shuffleboard.
Yeah.
It's probably 3 feet wide and 30 feet long, and it had